Hey everybody, GCurse here. This is my review of WWE Crown Jewel. I just want to let you guys know that this review is not going to be a pleasant review. I'm going to be saying stuff that I honestly feel needs to be said. If harsh language offends you, I'll understand if you want to stop watching the video. That is your right. Now let's get on with the pay-per-views review. Okay, I'll be honest. I, for one, did not like. I didn't like the name of this. I did not like the circumstances that originated around this pay per view. So let's just change. Let's just do a graphic overall right now. Let's change this pay per view title to what it should truly say. There you go. That's right. This should be called WWE Blood Money, because that's what fucking Vince McMahon earned. His $49 million he earned from doing this little pay per view over there. He got his little blood money, and let's just forget that this pay per view even fucking happened. Okay, now on with the pros. Styles versus Joe. They put on another clinic of a match. I can't really give anything, say anything else, about it. They, every time these two are together, they always do great matches. It's just kind of sad that the story for this match was just so quickly put together because of Daniel Bryan being one of two people who did not appear at the pay-per-view. So I give this match 4 out of 5 stars. I rarely give 5 stars because to me nothing is perfect, So I'm waiting for that one day to actually give a 5-star. But until then, it's 4 out of 5 stars. Other than that, nothing else was nothing else was good for this pay per view. Nothing else. Okay, this is what's going to be making up the most of this review. Sadly, it's the cons, and boy, do I have a fucking lot of that, to talk about in this section of the review. Okay, number one. Hogan was back. We all knew that he was going to be making a return. And the only question is, in what capacity was he going to be making that return? And it looks like that he was in the capacity that he was going to be the host of the show. I don't know why. He wasn't even there. If you watch the pay-per-view, he wasn't even there for more than 3 minutes. Why fly the guy out to Saudi Arabia just to have him do like a 3-minute stint on the show, Oh well. But once I was really hoping that he was just going to keep it modest, go along the lines of welcome to Crown Jewel or Blood Money as I like to call it. We're glad to be here even though 99% of them weren't. We're gonna put on some great action for you guys, and let's have some fun. That's what I was hoping he was going to say. He'd just keep it nice and simple and get out, But no, Hogan, as always, like McMahon, Hogan had to make it about himself. He was just basically talking about himself for like over a minute. And I was like, I actually fucking muted the television at that point when he started going on, oh, I flew over here and it's all great. Me. I was all, fuck you. Fuck you, Hogan. You're actually lucky they even let you back. And once again, you just could not stop making it about yourself. So fuck you. That gets a con. Next, the fucking leader of Saudi Arabia. I don't know what his title is, if he's king or prince. I honestly don't give a fuck. But I guess for $49 million, he wanted to have his fucking ugly ass face on the camera. So after Hogan's little spiel, before the first match, they had to show the king or prince or whatever the fuck the murderer's name is. And I honestly don't care if anybody says, well, he said he didn't have anything to do with it. He fucking knew what he was doing. He knew what was going on. You can tell yourself, oh, he's a great guy all you want, but in the end, he's sanctioned state-sponsored murder. I don't give a flying fuck. if him and the 90,000 wives and 40 million kids he has says, oh, he's a great guy, he's a great... No, he's a fucking murderer. Next. Really, was there a fucking point to this World Cup? I mean, seriously, was there any real fucking point to it? The answer is no. And I'll explain why next. Okay, next. We have the McMahons once again interjecting themselves into a storyline, but why am I not surprised? Why the fuck am I not surprised? What, there'd be a tournament and actually have legitimate wrestlers, fucking earn something and be proud of it? Oh, fuck no, we gotta have the McMahons. If it isn't Vince always showing his fucking face all over the place, let's have Shane or Stephanie stink up the joint. And today it was Shane's turn. Now, to those who did not watch, here's what happened in the finals of the World Cup. Hold on, let me actually add some more time to this recording. Okay, sorry about that. Now back to where I was. The finals of the tournament. The finals was Miz. Oh, by the way, this is going to contain spoilers, but fuck it, this pay-per-view wasn't worth your time. The finals was Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz. The Miz ended up jumping Dolph Ziggler in the beginning. Dolph Ziggler fought back, and I didn't catch it, but somehow Miz got hurt. As of the time I'm doing this recording, it is not confirmed if the injury was kayfabe or if it's legit. So let's just play off the idea that it's kayfabe. So so it was written into the story. So what happened next? Baron Corbin ended up trying to make an argument that with Miz hurt, the match should be over. Dolph Ziggler should win the belt, or not the belt. He should be awarded the World Cup trophy, which seems only right because the other person is injured. He should not. The match should be over, right? No. Why would something as logical as that happen? Why? Why should that happen? What does Shane do? He goes, no. I'm gonna wrestle. And I'm watching this, I'm thinking, what? And even Corbin, I know WWE is scripted. I know that. So you don't have to jump and say, well, it's scripted, Jeff. I know it's scripted. But this doesn't fit right. Anyway, Shane goes, I'll wrestle. I'll take the Miz's spot. And Corbin, he was, for his role, he actually acted like he was very concerned about this because it's not fair. Dolph Ziggler, he ended up having like 2 matches that night, if I remember correctly, only to have to face a fresh Shane McMahon. Yeah, it's like really this is bullshit. This is the same shit that we've dealt with every time the McMahons want to make it about themselves. Like last fucking Survivor Series when they had the little insurrection or whatever the fuck Shane liked to call it, where basically it became Stephanie versus Shane. This happens every fucking year. And it's bullshit. It's bullshit that paying wrestling fans have to constantly deal with the McMahons. I honestly think that the McMahons all believe that like the world revolves around them, that we pay just to see them. And that's not, no, we don't pay to see them. If anything, we pay not to see them. But anyway, the match starts back up, and Shane basically gets the pin after a couple extra minutes. And to this, I was just so fucking, I was disgusted because not only did Shane win, but the character-wise, he was just so fucking smug about it. He acted like he went through all those fucking earlier matches, like he busted his ass. You know, it's like it was just embarrassing, to be honest. You're telling me that with the large amount of wrestlers they had over there, that you couldn't even fucking pull Rusev or Nakamura out to, you know, as an emergency substitute? We have to go with fucking Shane McMahon? Yeah, this just reeks. The Shane McMahon winning that trophy basically just null and voided that entire tournament and what it stood for. We were supposed to find out who the world's greatest was, and once again, the world's greatest, well, let's put that title around a McMahon. It was like when Vince had the ego to put the fucking WWE championship on himself, or the ECW, or any other shit that the McMahons have done. This goes right there, and so basically, there was no point to this World Cup tournament, so that gets a con. Okay, what's next? I talked about the McMahons interjecting, so okay. Did we really need that tag team championship match? Really, did we need it? And the answer is no. The bar won, in case you're curious. Next. The fucking championship match. Where the fuck did we go wrong with that? Where the fuck did we go wrong with that? Okay. In case you're curious what happened because you didn't see it, here's what. I will give you the cliff notes, as they would say. Baron Corbin attacks Braun Strowman in the back with a belt. 5 F5s later. Well, actually, 5 F5s and like 4 of them, Strowman kicks out. The 5th one, Strowman is down. End of subject. Brock Lesnar wins. I kid you not. That's basically almost the entire match. That was almost the entire match. I can't recall if Strowman had any real offense. I think he may have had a punch and a kick, but I mean, literally, for all the shit that we've gone through, I may have been, I've openly made it known that I don't like the character of Roman Reigns. But I was hoping that they would have done something other than put the fucking belt on Lesnar. Put the belt on Strowman. Hell, hold the belt and fake it and have a major tournament that lasts until the Royal Rumble or whatever. Just do not put the belt on Lesnar. And that's what happened. Once again, the office, the WWE, and the higher ups say, "Well, we listen to the audience and we give them what they want." Nobody wants Lesnar as a champion. I remember back, I think it was like 97, maybe 98, when Vince McMahon did the famous, "We here at the WWF believe that you are tired of having your intelligence insulted." Well, guess what? He thinks we're all fucking idiots and that we're just going to accept that, and fuck no. So this match gets a 1 out of 5. And I feel sorry for Strowman having to sell this load of bullshit that was shoveled into the face of every legitimate wrestling fan. Next up, this really pissed me off. Hold on, I gotta add some more time to this video. Okay, next up, this is something when I heard Corey Graves say it, it just pissed me off. And the more I think about it now, the more it pisses me off again. Corey Graves actually had the audacity to say, and I wouldn't be shocked if Vince McMahon was in the earphone that he had on, headset, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, and literally told Corey Graves to say this. But Corey Graves said, and I quote, "You don't have to like this, but you have to accept it." No, we don't. We don't have to accept this. And you would think that Vince McMahon and all those little yes men that he has circling him would realize that we don't have to accept shit that goes on in the WWE. We don't have to accept it. I literally told my mother, who was watching this with me, I told her, and I quote, if they do not take the belt off of Lesnar on Monday, either put it on Strowman or vacate that belt, I will quit. I will cancel my subscription to the WWE Network, because by this point I'm tired. I'm tired of Vince thinking that I'm an idiot, that I'm just going to sit there and swallow every fucking thing that he puts out on television. If this was Vince's long-term plan, either having Reigns have the belt, or if Reigns couldn't have the belt, have Lesnar have it, why ever take it off of him? Why not just fucking crazy glue that belt to the waist of Lesnar? But I'm not the only one who feels like this. I will drop my fucking subscription to the WWE Network. I would rather give my money to a wrestling company, Impact, New Japan Pro, or New Japan Wrestling, Ring of Honor. I would gladly give my money to any other company that values and recognizes the opinions of their customers. Because it's clear that Vince doesn't give a flying fuck about us. If he gave two shits about what the fans want, he would listen to what we have to say, and he'd think, oh shit, the fans don't want Lesnar. Let's give them what they want. Let's put the belt on somebody who they feel is a truly deserving champion, a truly deserving worker. But no, we get stuck with the same bullshit that we've been having to swallow for the last almost 2 years with Lesnar as champion. No, fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. Okay, next. God, the DX versus the Brothers of Destruction. Whatever the fucking God. What a botch fest that was. I watched that match, and now when I originally did not get to see see Blood Money all in one time. I was out of the house earlier today, so when I got home, it was at the end of it was basically the end of the the Lesnar versus Strowman match. So I didn't get to see anything else. So this is where I started coming in. But I watched that the DX versus Brothers of Destruction match, and that thing was the most botchy match I've seen that had 4 well-established performers. Now I understand that botches happen, but when the workers involved are 4 of the most recognizable and trained wrestlers, you would not expect that. There were 2 botches I can think of right off the bat. The first one, if I recall correctly, I think it was Triple H. He was supposed to whiplash or whip or whatever the correct term is, but throw the Undertaker into the guardrail on the outside of the ring. Well, I guess the cues got mixed up, but you could actually hear, I think it was hear Triple H say something to the Undertaker, but because of the camera placement, you couldn't see the lips. But I swear to God, I thought I heard something. Well, Triple H went to throw Undertaker into the guardrail. It looked like the Undertaker messed up the cue, and they ended up both running into the guardrail almost at the same time. It's like what the fuck was that? It's like that was bad. That was bad. And when you're dealing with Undertaker and Triple H, you would expect top of the line performances. To me, that kind of botch I would expect somebody that's still really green and in NXT. But anyway, that was one of the botches. Hold on, gotta scratch my ear. Okay, sorry about that, guys. The other botch, which I feel was really funny, is if I remember correctly, Shawn Michaels went to kick Kane, and he ended up kicking Kane's mask off of his face. If that's how it went, if I recall correctly. So basically, Kane had to go to the outside of the ring, and they had to improvise some move sets while Kane was trying to get that mask back on. That was more hilarious than anything, but still, it was a botch. But are we really shouldn't we really be giving these people the retirement that they deserve? Are we really, shouldn't they, do they really need to keep wrestling just for our entertainment? We know that they've put their time in. They've earned their time to rest. And honestly, I'm hoping we don't see these four at all ever again. I love them, as characters. I wouldn't mind them coming back to do, like little segments, but please don't let them wrestle anymore. And come to find out, it was revealed after the pay-per-view that Triple H hurt his pectoral muscle. So he's being flown home for an emergency surgery. If that's not a sign that maybe they should just walk into the sunset, and enjoy their much-earned retirement, I don't know what is. Okay, next, as another con, Renee Young, she sold out. I'm sorry. I know it's going to get people pissed. But she sold out. There's no other way to put it. She sold out. I was honestly shocked when it was announced that she was going to be there. I'm like, really? I know that she works for the WWE and she, has to do what she said, what they say. But I also know that she's an established journalist or an announcer, whatever the fuck her title is. Sorry about that. Let me take a quick drink of water. Hold on. Okay, but I honestly thought that she would not show up at that pay-per-view just because, Saudi Arabia is not known for their fairness of treatment towards females. And I said it before as a joke, but the more and more I say it, the more and more it feels like it's real. The Saudi Arabians treat dogs better than they do the females of their country. I don't care how progressive they say that they are, or we're changing. You're not fucking changing. That is PR bullshit. That is PR bullshit that they're trying to spin to try to make them look like that they're moving out of the Stone Age. That's all it is. It's bullshit, and they think that we're stupid enough because we're Americans to believe that, they're progressive now, so they treat everybody fairly. Yeah, tell that to the news report, the journalist who had an opinion of the Saudi king, prince, whatever the fuck, and they chopped him up into kibble. Sorry, I don't buy their whole progressive bullshit. Okay, next we have the fucking front rows of this pay-per-view. Oh my fucking god. If you're going to have a pay-per-view, at least fill people who are truly invested and interested in what's being shown to them. These assholes, and I'm not afraid to say it, they were assholes. These assholes could care less where they were. I watched the hard camera kept was in a specific area, and they kept showing the same two fuckers in those little white jihadist robes of theirs, and they looked so uninterested. It looked like they were wanting to be anywhere else than where they were. It's like, if they don't want to be there, why fucking put them there? Put people who are up in the cheap seats down in the front row. Anything but these smug pieces of shit. And I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not going to cow down to them because they paid $49 million. They didn't pay $49 million to watch the WWE because they love the WWE. The leader of Saudi Arabia paid $49 million because he wants to try to prove that he can buy us worthless Americans. That's what the $49 million was. It was, hey, look, I can buy you lousy Americans. I can buy you for $49 million, and now you gotta suck my dick. That's what it was. Don't think that they're, that they have some righteous, motive to what they want to do. No, this was just a power play. They basically used $49 million to bend over America and fuck it up the ass. Like it or not, that's the truth. That's the truth. If they don't like it, they can go get fucked. Okay, finally, the final con of this pay-per-view is actually the pay-per-view itself. This goddamn pay-per-view. I have seen some horrendous pay-per-views in the last decade. Maybe 12 years. It gets bad when December to Dismember is, talked more favorably than this godforsaken piece of shit pay-per-view. Everything with the exception of Styles versus Joe was bullshit. This garbage is why WCW lost their way and they ended up going bankrupt. It's because WCW, the higher-ups of WCW refuse to push the younger talent. That is what we are now stuck with WWE. Vince could have put the belt on younger talent. He could have put it on Strowman. Hell, if he didn't want to put it on Strowman, put it on somebody else who's in the back. Put it on Nakamura. Put it on. I'd like to see Rusev. He's over like hell with the crowd. Hell, I put it on fucking Bobby Roode. Put it on somebody other than fucking Lesnar. And this is why. This is. Congratulations, we're not even watching WWE anymore. We're watching WCW 2.0. WCW 2.0 is now what we are watching. Congratulations, Vince. You have literally become the competition you destroyed. WWE Crown Jewel? No, this should be WCW Crown Jewel, where only the top established ever get their push. If you are a self-made wrestler or a young gun, fuck you. You're never going to advance in this company. Why should we give you a chance when we got Brock Lesnar? Brock Lesnar's all this company needs, so fuck all you guys. And that's what it's going to be like for another 2+ years. We went from 2 years of living in the dark ages with Lesnar as a champion, and now we're going to another 2 years of dark years of Lesnar as a champion. I said it earlier, and I'm going to say it again. If that belt is not taken off of Lesnar by Monday or on Raw, I don't care what the reason is. Just take the fucking belt off of him. I will go on to the WWE website, click on my little profile, click on memberships, I think it is, locate the WWE Network, and I will cancel that motherfucker quicker than you can say Ultimate Warrior. I will be glad to save myself $10 or $9.99 plus sales tax. I can fucking go get me a thing of Chinese sweet and sour chicken for that price. This fucking pay-per-view. This pay-per-view was horrendously bad. This pay-per-view, with the exception of that match with Styles and Joe, this pay-per-view was literally the embodiment of a dumpster fire. Unicorns could fly out of Big E's ass, make a huge rainbow over the pay-per-view, Skittles could come falling from the sky out of that rainbow, and that would not save this pay per view from being as shitty as it was. That's why I give this pay per view a final grade of D minus, and it earns the first ever, because it's the first time I've come. I thought this up, but it comes. This is the first pay per view to also earn the Epic Award of Failure. D minus. The only reason that it gets a D minus and not an F is because of that match with Sal's and Joe. That's the only thing that saved this pay per view from an F, which is sad. It's fucking sad. I would gladly watch WWE Evolution if they put on another pay per view of Evolution right now. I'd be gladly watching that over this monstrosity of a fucking pay per view. So a D minus is what this pay per view gets, and I don't care. I honestly don't care if if this hurts the little white knights of the WWE. I honestly don't care, because it's truth. So the next pay per view, if I do keep the network, because they are smart and take the belt off of Lesnar, will be Survivor Series. So if I still have the network, the next pay per view that will be reviewed will be Survivor Series. If not, then hell, I'll save myself $10. Okay, until next time, take it easy, everyone. And if you like what you see, please click on that little subscribe button, click on the bell, and leave a comment if you would like. Until next time, take it easy, everybody. Peace out.